The cleanup has now begun from two fires in Victoria that displaced hundreds of people. Piles of burnt possessions, materials and smoke-damaged items were pulled out of a motel and a condominium this morning. Most of the tenants from the city metro suites were able to go home last night, but the people who live at the Chateauneuf condominiums off Rockland Avenue weren't as fortunate. A News reporter Aaron Glazier has the story.
Restoration crews shoveled piles of burnt debris into a garbage bin at the City Metro Suites this afternoon, the day after a fire broke out in an apartment. The building owner says the fire may have been started by a phone that was left recharging under a pile of material. The majority of the suites are rented to those with modest incomes or who are on government assistance. Crews found buckets of dirty needles among the contents of the burned-out suite where the tenant had lived for more than a year.
It's a reality. Some are drug addicted, some are mentally unstable. The ministry did actually pay for the guy that was living here, so I guess it was a case of somebody with not another option. So.
The owner says it will take some time to fix the damage.
It appears as though 4 or 5 rooms have been affected. And, I'm guessing that's somewhere in the $100,000 range.
And while most people were allowed back into their homes last night, that wasn't the case at the condo fire on Rockland Avenue, where more than 36 firefighters from 3 different detachments battled another fire. The people who live in the Chateauneuf say it was another tough day as they were not even allowed to get in and pick up personal effects because on-site restoration was concerned this building, built in 1976, could contain asbestos. A building-wide meeting was held this afternoon to provide information and timelines as to when people, many of whom are elderly, will be able to return.
As we found in the building after tests were done, there was asbestos in the drywall texture in the ceiling. The drywall mud in the walls did not contain any asbestos, but due to the fact that the asbestos in the ceiling came down when the fire department took apart the ceiling, it has contaminated different parts of the building. So we've got further testing to do to determine what the next step is.
The people left homeless by the fire that got into the walls of 14 suites were put up in area hotels or stayed with family. The safety of all involved far more valuable than the damage to the building that is expected to be in the range of several $100,000. In Victoria, Aaron Glazier, A News.